In today's video, we're changing the oil on my buddy's 2022 BMW M240 xDrive. This will be my first time doing this on the car, but it's a real simple process, and I figured it'd be nice to show you guys how to do it yourself properly at home with the torque specs, what engine oil filter you need, and everything in between. So let's get to it. Bring her on in. We're starting off with a set of low profile ramps in order to get my jack under the car first. And once it's in the air, we'll be good to go. Come on. You got room. A lot more than you think. All right, stop there. Ramp 1, 2, inch it up. You'll feel your wheels like lock into the ramps. Perfect. Yeah, parking brake on. All right, in case I didn't mention before, this is the B58. So it takes a couple of tools to get around to the oil filter in the back, but not a crazy amount of work. While we're doing this oil change, we're also gonna be replacing the cabin air filter, as well as the engine air filter with the K&N high flow rewashable. We'll also show you how to do that in this process. Really all easy stuff. Air filter first, you literally just pop the thumb tabs all the way around. Might hear your turbo a little bit more. Yeah, you literally just drop it in, line it up, seat it. 30 seconds. So looking back here, this is your oil filter housing. Pull this clip up and over, and then easy access to the 32 mil back here. 32 mil socket with a swivel head on it, and then a little extension is what you'll need. I'm just getting back here to give it the initial pop. Center jack point. Check. Your handbrake's on? Yeah. Parking brake. You gotta unlock your car, brother. I think some breaking in his car. Important note is that you want the BMW specific jack stand adapters. Otherwise, you could absolutely destroy the bottom of the car. And I'm gonna show you exactly why that is in a sec. All right, looking right here at this square little puck, this is where the stand fits in specifically. And if you don't have these little pad adapters, you are gonna have a real bad day destroying that plastic piece on the bottom side of your car. With the ever so finesse, let the weight of the car load onto the jack stands. Generally double check both sides before fully taking out the jack. All right, the keys are locked into place. So now we're good to just drop it and roll it. Little 17 mil socket underneath. And you're also gonna need a oil drain pan that can hold at least 7 quarts. I broke it free with the 17 mil. Come in, get it a little undone, and then finish it off with your fingers to the side. Oh, this is so gonna burn my fingers, dude. Gotta raw dog it sometimes, no gloves, you know? Oh. I missed the oil pan. That's good. Okay, so be aware that it goes this way. When you're doing it, make sure you have your oil pan in the right spot. So we're gonna let that drain, clean up, and then see you at the top side of the car. All right, right back here, underneath this clip, you're gonna take your, oh, forget about it. We need some rags first. Take these and stuff them down around the edges. There's a good little bit of room under there. I'm gonna move this over here because I'm coming back over the top. Now that the oil drained, it'll let a little extra of that oil in the oil filter come out. Now the filter's wobbling, come in. Just like that, you can see the old ones out. What's nice about this kind of oil filter is that you can check between the fins to see if there's any metal particles inside of there, just to make sure that your engine's not eating itself. Jack's car only has 45,000 miles, so odds are unlikely, but you can check anyway. First out of anything else, it's a little late in the game for this, pop your oil fill cap and all the oil will come out immediately. We've got our old oil filter, the drain plug. We have our new oil filter, BMW OEM, part number 11245 B4C 845. This will come with everything you need to switch this out, as well as the crush washer for this. And then for the oil, we have the BMW OEM 0W20 twin power turbo OEM BMW engine oil. In the package, we've got ourselves the new filter, and then every single one comes with a fresh O-ring, as well as your copper crush washer for your drain plug that you have to replace. Tackle with some gloves. Fresh oil filter comes out. All the O-rings you need will be pre-installed on the top of it. Pull the old one up, dab of this old oil, lubricate these 2 O-rings just to start out with. You gotta grab yourself a pick, remove this O-ring off of the housing. That's where this fresh one in the kit comes into play. Take a dab of that oil, lube up this O-ring. You're gonna take it and seat it back into that bottom groove of the 2. Make sure it's seated properly, we're looking good. Take that oil filter, just click until it pops back into place. If you give it a little wiggle in the air, that's how you'll know we're good. Remove your old crush washer. Generally, I like to just clean the threads on these to be safe. Make sure that there's nothing going back into that hole that you're sealing on the bottom of the engine. New crush washer goes on. Give that hole a little wipe with a microfiber, and then thread back in the bolt and crush washer by hand to make sure that you don't cross thread it. Come in and torque down that 17 millimeter with 24 Newton meters or 18 foot-pounds. All right, Click, click.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I wish you guys could see Jack just hovering everything I do. We're gonna come back around, maneuver it down, make sure that you're not touching any other parts really. Slide it back in. Crank it down as much as you can by hand. You're gonna feel it virtually stop. Pull out all this other schmutz for now. Coming in with your 32 mil, your swivel, and your torque wrench, we're gonna crank that sucker down to 25 Newton meters, which is also 18 foot-pounds, weird enough. Don't forget to take this little black clip, snap it back down over that post. For this car, it's a little bit of a specific process. We had to look into it a bit. The final oil amount is 6.5 liters or 6.9 quarts, but you wanna start off with 6.5 quarts or 6.1 liters, and then let the car run for a minute or two, let the oil level check itself, and then top it off as needed to fill out the rest. So we're gonna start off by adding 6 of these bottles and just a smidge more of the 7th to make it 6.1 liters. Get it down and show you the process from there. Dude, this is the most watery oil. I know, why is it so thin now? My Audi takes 5W40. This is OW20. Dude, this is literally like water. Finishing off bottle number 6. Number 7, give it like a, ooh. For now, the funnel comes out. All right, that's it. We're officially done for now with the temporary steps. We're gonna get the car back down to the ground, take it outside, let the oil cycle for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then you wanna check the oil in your electronic iDrive system and top it off with the last little bit. I'm gonna show you right now what that jacking center point looks like. It's right before where you actually have the hole in the skid plate of the bottom of your car. It has these circular looking indentations across a metal bar right in front of it. That's how you can verify that's the right spot. I like jacking it up with a piece of wood anyways, so that it disperses the pressure over an even area. So I use a little 1x6 piece that I have cut just so it's not sitting metal on metal. You never really want that with your car. Or you could get like a hockey puck. A lot of people use hockey pucks. Pump up the jam. You've got it on the jack point. Got to give it a couple pumps up. Get the jacks out from underneath. Get the handle all the way down so that we don't rake his front lip. It looks scary, it's not, trust me. Having those low profile ramps allows just enough room for the jack to get out. So now we're gonna get the car back outside and show you the rest. Turn it back on, let's roll. Ooh, I wanna get a little first startup guy from behind. Got the Audi M240. For a completely stock exhaust, it sounds really good actually. He's not used to backing out of here. He's definitely a little suspicious. Come on, baby, back it up. I mean, it's crazy seeing the aggressiveness of the body lines versus my car, the generation newer. Oh, you need operating temperature? Damn, that thing looks good. Just got detailed too, so crisp. Something cool that I actually hate about these cars, but it is cool. These little flaps open and close in order to let more airflow in for the engine during performance driving situations. All right, and then once you warm the car up properly and you come in your MMI, give it a proper oil level measurement. You can see we're right below the max level, so we're gonna top it off with just a smidge extra. Top off the oil a smidge, add back on your engine cover, and you're ready to hit the road for another 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Don't ever, and I mean do not ever, go to the 10,000 BMW recommended mile mark. Jack. It won't happen again. The oil lasts that long, but that doesn't mean it's actually properly lubricating your engine and or contaminated by that point. So if you want your engine to run healthy for a long time, 3,000 to 5,000 miles. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.